Who needs EU? UK exports soar 20% since Leave vote, remain a myth smashed. Exports are now 20% higher than they were 5 years ago, a new report has revealed, with its authors claiming their analysis puts yet another nail in the coffin of the doomsayers who predicted quitting the bloc would be a disaster. Pro-Brexit think tank reached their striking conclusions after studying the Office for National Statistics' latest trade figures, for the second quarter of the year up to the end of June. These showed exports to the EU have rebounded by 31.5% compared with the previous quarter. In addition, the total value of UK exports to EU 27 countries stood at £38.6 billion, £8.4 billion higher than in the second quarter of 2016, just before the momentous vote, a rise of 1/5. Lee Evans, editor-in-chief, said, "For the benefit of our international readers, it is impossible to overstate the level of state-sponsored pro-EU propaganda to which the British public was subjected before the EU referendum." The report today puts yet another nail in the coffin of the doomsayers and pro-EU propagandists who perpetrated a malign, dispiriting, and apocalyptic campaign, portraying a defeated, insignificant country facing a bleak non-EU future. Mr. Evans added, "Many challenges still lie ahead, principally because of the punishment beating which the EU seems determined to inflict on the United Kingdom for daring to leave. In the coming days we hope to publish an exclusive account of the experiences of one British businessman in Spain, attempting to import goods from the UK. None of the negativism of the EU and its propagandists can detract, however, from the latest trade figures. Technically named the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the UK shipped $401.9 billion worth of goods around the globe in 2020. That dollar amount reflects a -2.3% decrease since 2016 and a -14.2% drop from 1 year earlier in 2019. Based on the average exchange rate for 2020, the British pound depreciated by -5.3% against the US dollar since 2016 and increased by 0.4% from 2019 to 2020. The UK's stronger local currency in 2020 make British exports paid for in slightly weaker US dollars relatively less expensive for international buyers. Britain's biggest export products by value in 2020 were cars, gold, turbojets, medication mixes in dosage and crude oil. In aggregate, those major exports account for 25.5% of overall exports sales from the United Kingdom. Those commodities suggest a diversified range of exported goods. The United Kingdom ranks among world-leading nations for exporting aircraft parts, platinum and gold. The latest available country-specific data shows that 68.4% of products exported from UK were bought by importers in the United States, 14.8% of the global total, Germany, 10.5%, Ireland, 7.1%, Netherlands, 6.4%, France, 6.1%, Switzerland, 5%, China, 4.8%, Belgium, 3.5%, Spain, 2.8%, Italy, 2.8%, Hong Kong, 2.7%, and Canada, 1.9%. From a continental perspective, 54.1% of exports by value from the United Kingdom were delivered to fellow European countries compared to 46.1% for European Union members. In addition, 21.2% were sold to Asian importers. United Kingdom shipped another 16.5% worth of goods to North America. Smaller percentages went to Africa, 2.1%, Oceania led by Australia and New Zealand, 1.5%, then Latin America excluding Mexico but including the Caribbean, 1.3%. Given United Kingdom's population of 67.3 million people, its total $401.9 billion in 2020 exported products translates to roughly $6,000 for every resident in the Western European economic powerhouse. The United Kingdom's top 10 exports accounted for roughly two-thirds, 67.1%, of the overall value of its global shipments. Gems and precious metals was the lone grower among the top 10 export categories, up by 1.7% since 2019. The leading decliner among United Kingdom's top 10 export categories were mineral fuels including oil, which fell -35.5% year-over-year, weighed down by lower international sales from both crude and processed petroleum oils. Other major decreases belong to aircraft and spacecraft, down -28.2%, and vehicles, down -27.9%, exported from the UK.